Time for Rhythms is in the My First Piano Adventure Level C writing book. Let's get ready to start. Please open your writing book to pages 4 and 5. You will also want something to write with, and you will want to be sitting at your keyboard. This is the Time for Rhythms page in your new writing book. Welcome to Level C. Today we're going to be talking about a metronome. A metronome clicks at different speeds and helps us feel a steady beat. That's what this says here. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at metronomes. This is how you spell metronome. Can you say it with me? Metronome. Let's say it one more time. Metronome. There are two things that I want you to know about a metronome today. First, a metronome is a tool for musicians. If you imagine that as a musician, you have a toolbox that you carry around with you for your profession, you would definitely have a metronome inside of it. And here's why. A metronome keeps the beat for music. When we're playing music, there is so much that our brain and bodies are doing. And having something that helps us keep a steady beat while we're playing is definitely a big help. We're going to take a look at some different kinds of metronome. I'm going to start with this one. This is a manual metronome. It receives its power by winding on the side. With this metronome, you push the stick and it starts to swing from side to side, keeping the beat and going tick, tick, tick as it goes. I keep one of these metronomes on my piano at home. This is another kind of metronome. I actually have one of these and like to keep it by my piano also. The way that this one works, you program in a number and then you push a button to make the ticking start. I like this metronome because it also has a flashing light that flashes with the ticks, and I can turn the volume all the way down and still watch that flashing light and keep the beat if I don't want to listen to the tick. There's one more type of metronome that I want to show you today, and it is this. This is the internet, and I'm on Google. And when you type in metronome, a metronome pops up for you to use. There are also apps that can be downloaded for free on any tablet or phone. So there's an endless supply of this type of metronome. This one works a little bit like the last one that we looked at. You put in a number and then you push the button to start. One thing that I like about this metronome is that it goes anywhere with me. Now, you probably noticed that all of those metronomes have a number on them. And when we use a metronome, we have to select a number before we begin. So what does that number mean? Well, that number is the number of ticks per minute that you want to hear. So if we choose the number 60, then we're going to hear 60 ticks per minute. Now, since there's also 60 seconds in a minute, that means that we are going to hear 1 tick per second. And if I choose 88, then I'm going to hear 88 ticks per minute. That's a little bit more than 1 per second. So this is a question for you. If I put 100 in the metronome, how many ticks am I going to hear then? Did you say 100 per minute? If you did, you're correct. So here's a rule for the metronome. The higher the number you select, the faster those ticks will come. Let's draw a little diagram to see this. I'm going to set up a little chart with different metronome speeds on them. With this little chart that I built, you can see that the numbers are getting higher as you go up. And as they climb higher, we're asking that metronome to tick more and more beats within each minute. So we are also getting faster as we go up. Knowing this, it stands to reason that as the numbers get smaller, we are asking the metronome to do less ticks per minute, and therefore the music and rhythm will be slower. Let's go back to the Google metronome and watch a metronome in action. The metronome is set at 60 beats a minute. Let's listen to it. This is the sound of 60 beats per minute. Listen. Now let's listen to the sound of 102 beats per minute. Let's keep moving the number up. This is the sound of 146. How about faster? 192. That sounds really fast, doesn't it? This is even faster. 218. Okay, now that we know more about metronomes, we're ready to dig into the activity on this page. Let's take a look at it a little more closely before we begin. In this activity, we are going to be tapping out 3 different sets of rhythms, and each of the rhythms will be tapped at 2 different metronome speeds. If you look at any of these rhythm sets, you will notice that there is a line that goes straight across the middle of them. There are notes on both sides of this line. The notes that are below the line look different than the notes that are above it. Notes that are above the line have stems that point up to the sky, and notes that are below the line have stems that point down to the ground. You might remember that notes that point up to the sky are for the right hand, so all the notes above the line are for right. And we know that left-hand notes point down to the ground, so the notes below the line are all for left. Where I'm circling off to the side, they tell you this. RH is for right hand and LH is for left hand. When we tap out the rhythms on these pages, we're going to use our right hand to tap all the right hand notes and our left hand to tap all the left hand notes. Now that we understand the split between right and left hand notes, let's erase these notes and take a look closely at our first rhythm set. The time signature for this first set is 4/4 time, and if you look, each measure goes left to right, left to right. Before we turn the metronome on and tap this with our hands, let's speak out what we need to do. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, left, right, right. Our 2 metronome speeds for this one are 76 and 100. Let's turn the metronome on and start at 76. Remember, if the notes are pointing down, our left hand's going to tap them. If they're pointing up, our right hand's going to tap them. Let's begin. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Let's take a look at 100 beats a minute now. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great work. Number 1 is done. Let's go ahead and fill in both of these faces with great big smiles for a job well done. Let's head on over to page 2 and look at the set at the very top of the page. There's something that I want to call your attention to before we begin here, and it's these notes right here at the end. Where you see notes stacked on top of each other, they will be tapped together. So these 3 notes at the end are all going to be left and right at the same time. Let's practice speak this one too. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4. Left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4. Together, 2, together, 2, together, 2, 3, 4. The speeds for this set are 80 and 100. Let's turn on the metronome. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4, left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4, together, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, and now we'll move the metronome on up to 100 beats per minute. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4, left, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4, together, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Let's give both of the kids under this set big smiley faces too. And now let's move to the last rhythm set in the example. I'd like to look at the notes that are at the end of this one too. These notes are also stacked on top of each other, so they will be played together, but there's something different about them. They have a tie. Remember that a tie is a musical plus sign, so each of these notes are worth 3 beats, but when we tie them together, they're worth 6. When we get to the end of this example, we will be tapping these last notes together and holding them for 6 beats. The 2 metronome speeds for this example are 84 and 100. Let's turn the metronome on and begin. This is in 3/4 time, so our counting is going to be a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Left, right, right, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3, together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Now let's turn the metronome to 100. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Left, right, right, left, right, right, left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3, together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great job. Go ahead and fill in these last 2 smiley faces. Let's go ahead and put a great big star on our paper. You can write one on yours too. I appreciate all of your focus and attention today. You did a great job.